What's going on, guys? Today we are going to be working on the Ranger today, actually. Um, been driving it. Well, it's my daily driver, so daily driver comes first before the project car. Um, I had the front and rear brakes on the way, but I need to do the front speakers in it because you can tell they're blowing out. They're like making weird noises. Yeah, I don't have no beard anymore. My face is actually kind of cold right now. I don't regret it though. So you're not gonna see this much at all. So only like once or twice a year, maybe max. But I'm gonna show you guys how to change out the speakers in a '94 Ford Ranger. Like, they're fairly easy to do, but I'm gonna show you guys how to do it, along with I might install these tweeters that I got out of a car at the junkyard. You can see they're JBL tweeters. They're factory Ford tweeters. So it looks like they got some glue around them. I don't know if I can maybe just stick that on there on the panel and it'll look good, or I have to chop this up. Hopefully I don't have to chop this up. I don't feel like doing it. Yeah, so I'm gonna get the truck pulled over here and we're gonna start working on those front speakers. Alright, so tools you're gonna need are some wire strippers, Phillips screwdriver, and some wire snips, also known as dikes. So, funny word. So, but the tweeter that I showed you guys, it's still gonna look ugly. Definitely. Oh fuck. Definitely gonna look ugly. So I'm gonna have to cut this up or take that out. Might do that another day, or might do it today. JBL. But yeah. So let's get this door panel taken apart. I did grab a hoodie because I was a little cold, so. Okay, so you got a screwdriver. Not screwdriver, you got a Phillips screw up here. Door panel over here. Kind of a long screw too. Fucking neighbors, swear to God. There's a screw over here, which it says door panel's busted. Where the screw goes. That's cool. And then yeah, there's a screw. Then there's a screw where you put your hand at. One right there. While I had this door panel off too, I'm gonna clean it. I'm gonna like really clean it. I need to clean this out. Anyways, that's what I was gonna do today. I figured I'd make a video on taking the speaker out, so that's what I'm doing. So what you can do now is you can brace your hand up here, grab this, just barely pry on it, and it'll come right up. Just like that. Easy peasy. Which, now looking at it, you could have pulled out and then pushed up a little bit, and everything would have came out too. So. Just try and get the electronics out of this door panel right now. Got another Phillips screw down here, then there's like clips being held onto it. And there's a couple screws, maybe one or two screws holding it. Another clips. More screws. Now you don't have to do this. You can just take it off like how it is right now, obviously, but I want to take the door panel off so I can clean it really good. So you don't have to do this step. No, I didn't break it. Oh wow. Alright. Man, I didn't need to take all those screws out. What the hell? What's this? Damn thing. Oh well. We didn't learn. I'll come back to that. Door panel removed completely. So, literally, it was just these little clips holding on that door panel. I'll see this little. I don't know what you would call that. That's just. Ooh, it's a little cold out. It's probably like 30, not 30. I'd say maybe like 40 degrees out, but it's a little windy, so again, Phillips screwdriver. There's Phillips screws in here. They don't sound wrong. Don't get me wrong, Pioneer is a good brand speaker, but I prefer Kenwood speakers than Pioneer, more quality made or JBLs. This is me though, so if you guys like Pioneers, it's cool. Ta-da! There you have it. It's out. Someone already did all the hard work for us. So, gonna look out on that. That's out. So, let me take you guys a little closer. Most of the time, it'll be a plug on the end, and you have these two wires right here. And let's see, one of these wires are positive, and one of these wires are negative. It really doesn't matter with actual speakers or whatnot, but honestly, this person did it somewhat right. They put two butt connectors on it, and then they put a piece of wire, and they put these guys on there. So, not that bad. Gonna have to throw a little bit of solder in there, or just slip this over and just call it a day. So, yeah, I'm gonna go grab the other speakers real quick. Alright, so these are the Kenwood compared to the Pioneer. Obviously, it has one tweeter right here. This one has 1, 2, 3, which I really don't care for that design. Just Kenwood's a better quality speaker, in my opinion. So these are what we're putting in the truck. So it focus. There you go. 40 watt, 220 magnet, 185 grams. And these ones are 350 watt, 60 watt, all that good shit. Some people are gonna say, oh, why don't you just keep these because they're higher wattage? Well, they sound like garbage. I don't know why. They're not blown out. I don't know why they're like keep making a weird noise to them, so I'm just gonna change them out. So which half of our work is done. I can't see. Okay, so half of our work is done. Just gonna slide this guy back up. It's fine. Yep. So now I'll see there are two different little butt connector sizes, or female and connectors. So there's a big one and a small one. We're gonna put big one where the big one is, small one with the small one. Now, let's take our screws, put them back in. Yes, if you want, you can use like a drill or whatnot, make this process even quicker. But honestly, I don't see the point in it. hopefully the brakes will be here either sometime this week or next week, all the parts, and I will be doing a video on that as well. And that is how you replace speakers in a 94 Ranger. Very simple, very easy. But now the hard task is, how am I going to mount this JBL tweeter in that door panel? Or yeah, I'm gonna mount it in the door panel somewhere. So that's gonna be a little bit challenging part. So I'm gonna get back to you guys when I get some idea of mounting it. Okay, so I had to take the speaker back out to make sure these little tweeters work, and I did get them out of that little plastic thing without damaging them. So yep, I also got the little grill out too, so it's gonna look really good in the door panel. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run a wire from these guys, which on this one, focus, it says plus and minus. So the big one is positive and the small one is negative. So that means on here, the orange and green one is positive and the blue and white one is negative. So, but back to the door panel, that's right here. I haven't cleaned it yet, but thinking like right up here in this area, because the speaker is like right here. So if I put it up here, it'll look good with that little cover on it. Don't mind the little hair everywhere on it. Not gonna affect it, but it's gonna look good right there, right dead center. So I'm gonna cut this. You would want to use a hole saw, but I don't have one. So I'm gonna try and find something to cut this with, make it work. So I'm gonna cut this first, and then I'm gonna show you guys how I'm going to hook these tweeters out to the speaker. I'm gonna show you guys how to solder that. Very simple, very easy to do. Alright, so now we have the hole, which the speaker fits pretty nice in there. You don't want it to be like sticking out. Want it a little bit flush, especially I have that mesh. So what I'm gonna do with this mesh, because it kind of sits on top of there. If you look, focus. If you look, I'm just gonna push these tabs in, push it in, and then I'm gonna throw some glue on it. How I did this without a hole saw bit is I used one of those. It's supposed to be for wood. Now so I used a drill, and I just went phew. See, I just went like that, came right out. Then I went back through and I cleaned up all the edges with some sandpaper with some 60 grit, but I kind of roughed it up with a razor blade a little bit, and then I went back through with the 60 grit and did this. So now I'm going to show you guys how to solder these up to the speaker itself. But what I'm going to do is, so that if I have to change these speakers ever, it's going to be easy. I'm not going to run the wire through here. I'm going to run it along here and up here, and I'm just going to tape it to the door so that it's easy to access if I go to sell the truck, which I'm never going to, or if I have to scrap it or something happens to it. They'll be easy to take door panels off and speakers and tweeters or whatnot. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that, but I'm going to go inside and do that because it's a little chilly out here and my soldering stuff is inside. So alright, so we're inside. This is where I build my model cars and work on my RC cars. and stuff like that, along with my fiance does painting too. So, which, if you look right there, that's one of my model cars. My fiance does them too. That's one of hers. She just got done. So, this is a hobby thing that we do during winter time or whenever we're bored or whatnot. So, but I'm going to show you guys how to solder these up. Make sure. Yeah, that's hot. So. Now if you look, that already has solder on it, which I'm going to be using that existing solder to hook these wires up onto. So I'm just going to heat the solder up to slide these wires on. Very simple, very easy to do if you have the right tools to do it. Not that hard. I'm going to do the black and white wire to the negative. Might have to add some solder to this, so I have my roll of solder right here. Just gonna add some to it because honestly there wasn't enough on there for me to do this, so oh crap. Not my wide. No. Come on now. Come on. Alright. Alright. So we got one wire done. Got one wire soldered on there. Now we're going to do the next one. Let's split them up a little bit more. Right here. So we can go over here. Like so. Basically just heating up the solder right now, the existing solder on there. Try and put this solder, try and get this wire on there. Now I'm just gonna feed some solder. Don't want to take it. Take it, you dirty side. Blowing on it to cool the solder down quicker. Want to have a nice good contact. There we go.
not the greatest at this. I'm gonna get the job done. I just push that little wire back over so it looks a little bit more cleaner. And now we're going to focus on soldering these two together so that way they're together. And I don't want to leave bare solder and bare wires open. Either use electrical tape or this stuff. This is the shrink tubing. So to find correct size tubing, I'll say it's this, maybe. Yep. It is 45 millimeter. 2.0 45 millimeter is what this is. So I'm gonna take two of them, slide them on there, slide down the wire some so it doesn't get hot. You don't want it to get hot because then it'll just shrink where it's at. So I think I'll be on mad stuff. Well, I'll be. So. But put them a little bit down further so the heat doesn't get to them and shrink them up. Okay. Now, to fast forward, you guys can see a little bit better what I'm doing. So honestly, I'm going to keep the black with the black and the green wire with the white wire. So honestly, those are the wires together. So what I'm going to do is untwist this. Kind of spread them. Oh shit, sorry. Try and spread the wires apart. Put them together like so. And then twist them together. Yep. Let's try that again. Alright, so now I'm going to do it to the other wire. I'm going to put a little bit of solder on these guys. I mean, if I wanted to, I could probably just throw the shrink wrap on it and call it a day, but I don't want the chance of it breaking and coming apart. Say like if I'm out, mud bogging or whatnot, or doing some hoonigan shit, hooning around, I don't want this shit coming apart, or try and put it back on the door panel, try and put it back on the truck, and it comes apart. And then I'd be mad, and then I had to redo all this over again. So, and plus it's better contact point. Yes, you can use butt connectors if you want to, but I'm trying to make this look a little bit clean. So you take time and pride with some stuff, I feel it'll look good. So right now I'm just gonna throw some solder on this. Like so. Like that. So that way there's some good contact point. So, gonna do it to the other wire now. Ah, come on. Alright. Now we don't want to leave the wires, bare or whatnot, because then it'll just ground out. So our shrink tube that we had down here, just gonna slide on over like that, so it protects it. Yeah, you can use electrical tape on it, but again, try and go a little bit more cleaner route. If I wanted to, I could have had this done in like 5 minutes if I wanted to. But try and do it the cleaner route, the more right way about doing it. We move some of this solder around. Not let me get the shrink tube over it. Again, I'm just heating this solder up. I can move it around. Alright. Hopefully the shrink tube goes on there. No problem. Try to make sure it's not hot. And there we go. Let's take solder iron and just go back and forth like this. Shrink it to it. Very simple. Very easy to do. If you want to use a respirator while you're doing this, you can. Really, the smell doesn't bother me. So. And now we have our tweeter wired up to our speaker. So now, I'm gonna unplug all this stuff and head back outside and install this. So, get back to it. Okay, so now the speaker is back installed. I'm just going to tape this up so that it is up here. So said, I'm gonna use some electrical tape. Tape it up there like so. So that way it's not going to move the wire around and stuff like that. Note, put female and male end connectors on this. Don't solder it, because then I'm gluing this to the door panel, so it's gonna be like kind of hard to take the door panel off later on, but it's okay. So now I'm going to grab the door panel, put it all back together, and glue that on it to it. So now I have the door panel back together. It's gonna add some glue on this tweeter. Dab, 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 dab. Just using a cement glue, which is the glue that I use for my models, so it comes in pretty handy on certain things. Now I'm just gonna stick it up on there. Technical difficulties right now. I will be back. So right up here is where the tweeter's gonna sit, and it has to sit in this hole, so I had to egg this hole out in order for the tweeter to sit in more, so the door panel get flush. So I'm gonna work on this, then I'm gonna get back to you guys. Alright, so almost an hour later, I have it fitting in there, the little tweeter. So yeah, as you can tell, I had to whip out with the grinder and cut some stuff up. I'm gonna have to glue this little mesh piece back on, but it's all fine and dandy, so everything works. Definitely get a hole saw to do this. Definitely do that. So all you gotta do is put the door panel up on here, find out where you need to go, just go phew, and then go shoop. So just make sure it's you're not gonna hit any electrical parts or anything like that, any wires. But that is it. I'm just gonna glue this back on and then repeat the process on that side. So hopefully you guys learned something. Definitely measure a bunch of times before you cut anything. Have a hole saw for this too, so definitely. But I don't have to glue the tweeter onto the door. It sits in there pretty nice, so I'm probably gonna put some 3M tape around the tweeter or whatnot. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Hopefully you guys learned something. I did for sure. Measure a bunch of times before cutting, because that does help. So, but that is how you change out door speakers. and put in custom tweeters in. So yeah, hopefully you guys like it. Hopefully you guys are in for more Ranger content, because I'm gonna be doing the brakes on this soon and a whole bunch of other stuff. So stay tuned, guys, and be sure to drive safe, drive responsibility, and well, peace out.